So hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another incredibly exciting The Hunter Call of the Wild video. And we're not going to waste any time, we're going to get straight into it. The reveal stream has just happened for the great One Fallow deer. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to start with this video. I'm so incredibly beyond excited that I'm probably going to ramble quite a lot in this video, and yeah, I'm just really excited. So this live stream has just happened, and this video is going to be a recap of basically just the Great One Fallow and what else was talked about in that live stream. There was some stuff about the new map mentioned, including a full species confirmation list, which I'll talk about a little bit later in the video. But 99% of the stream, of course, was about the Great One Fallow deer. And of course Beard has just shot the very first one that he spawned in there, and amazing, just amazing. Looking at that rack, I knew straight away that they did a good job with these guys, and I am just amazingly and incredibly excited about this. Fabled Golden is the fur type, and look at that rack. Wow, those antlers are something else. Absolutely incredible. The guard tines are amazing. The guard tines are the bit at the very sort of bottom and back of the antler, and that's just, oh my gosh, that's a Great One Fallow. That's basically what I've been picturing for a Great One Fallow rack. That looks amazing, and that fur type is just divine. Just, I'm amazed. I honestly, I don't know what else to say. I really don't. I'm going to be grinding for Great One Fallow for a little while, I think, because this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's not just one fur type or one rack. No. They did some really incredible things with the Great One Fallow, including a little bit of a prehistoric throwback with one of them. It's amazing. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Then we have this rack, and this is the Fabled Mocha, and I actually really like this fur type. I think it's really pretty, but also a different rack. And this rack is actually quite realistic. This isn't an unrealistic looking rack at all. Sometimes you will have fallow deer that basically have like no points going around the palms. They do look smooth like this, and it's actually an interesting looking thing in real life. And I know that there was like, oh gosh, is that velvet reactions? And I actually wondered if it was velvet, because unfortunately, I know this stream isn't in the highest quality, unfortunately, but it did kind of look like velvet, but it doesn't actually appear to actually be velvet. It does appear to be solid antler, but just with the smooth palms, which looks really interesting. Then we have this, the Fabled Silver. And oh my gosh, what a stunning fur type. Look at that. That is just beyond stunning. I absolutely love the Fabled Silver. It is so incredibly pretty, and it's just stunning. Look, just what a beautiful animal. Beard is going to shoot this one and take a look at it. We do get to see in this video every single one of the fur types and the racks that were shown in the harvest screen, so you get to get a nice look at them on the hoof, as it were, and then actually in the harvest screens as well. So yeah, that's really awesome. I love the detail on this rack as well. You can actually see like quite a bit of detail going through the antlers, which I really like. It's just a really pretty rack, and it's obviously very different to a normal, like, big diamond fallow in the game. It looks very different. The models also look different. They are chunkier, they have big, thick necks. They look really beautiful, and it's not just the Great One Fallow that, of course, have a different model, but the normal fallow deer have also had a bit of a model change and improvement, and we'll take a look at that a little bit later in the video. But, my gosh, this is... I don't know if this is my favourite fur type, but it's up there. It's up there. I really like the Fabled Silver. I think it's so gorgeous. I love the black back legs in contrast with like the white patches and the silver. I think it looks really pretty. Also interesting to pay attention to the weights throughout this video. All of the Great One Fallow that I saw were over 100 kgs, and I think the heaviest one that was shot was close to 140 kgs, if not slightly over. But yeah, they get up to about that range in terms of weight, it seems. And obviously, we didn't get to see the weight estimate when Beard spotted one, but if you pay attention throughout this video to the weights when he actually shoots them in the harvest screen, you'll notice that they're all above 100 kgs, which is the normal max weight for fallow. And like I said, one seemed to be quite close to the 140 kg range. So I wonder if it'll be like, I don't know, 97 to 140 kgs as an estimate, something like that. It's kind of guessing, you know, based off of what we've seen with Great One Red Deer and Whitetail, what kind of estimates we might see. But then we have this absolutely freaking stunning fur type. Just look at it. And the rack that's on this absolutely incredible buck as well. I'm gonna geek out over this basically, and I geeked out when I first saw it. That's an Irish elk rack. That's what they've done, is they've given one of the Great One fallow racks is a freaking Irish elk rack. It's I can't believe that. And so this is the fabled painted fur type, which I think is just really, really beautiful. But go and look up Irish elk. If you don't know what an Irish elk is, they are a giant prehistoric deer. And there's been, you know, some debate and some back and forth over, like, the closest relatives, but it seems like that, from what I've read, that fallow are, like, one of the closest, like, relatives to the I keep saying to the Great One Irish elk now, to the Irish elk. They're very closely related. It's believed that the Irish elk were very closely related to Dharma, and fallow deer are Dharma, so... It's just so cool. It is so cool to see something like that. I think that's such a neat idea, to give them a mini Irish elk rack. And that's 100% what it is. I mean, if you look at any pictures of Irish elk, that's what their antlers look like. There's no question to me that that's what that's based off of. And I think that that's really clever, based on, like I was saying, the fact that it seems through genetic research and stuff that fallow deer and Irish elk are very closely related. So yeah, and Irish elk, it's been something I've seen a lot of people say in the past, how cool it would be to have Irish elk in this game, because they were an incredible species, and it's unfortunate they're extinct because they are really awesome, but they had antlers like that, so this is, I think, as close as we're going to get to getting them in game. Then we have this gorgeous fur type and gorgeous rack. This is the fabled hooded, and we have this kind of more spiky looking rack with some pretty good sized guard tines on it. It's a really nice rack. This is probably my least favourite of the racks. I think it's like, probably, I don't know, probably the least different to what we have in game at the moment, but it is still obviously different. It's got sharper angles to it, I would say, than the fallow deer racks that we have in game at the moment. It's still really cool looking, and I really like it. But I really love the fur type with this. The fur type is gorgeous. The markings around the face and the subtle changes through the coloration throughout the body, I think are really, really pretty. That's a very well done fur type in my opinion. And I mean the Great One fallow, just like the body and everything, it looks really cool. I saw a few people comparing the face to the Great One Red Deer, and I do actually really see the similarities between the face of the Great One Red Deer and the Great One Fallow Deer. But because this is a Great One, I really don't mind it too much that they kind of both have that very regal look to their face. They have a very similar look in their face, to that very majestic, just gorgeous look to them. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Now Beard is actually going to shoot one of the fabled mochas and actually take a look at that in the harvest screen. This is a really pretty fur type, especially when you see it in the light like that, with the sort of dark and sort of tannish golden colour. That's really pretty, actually. I actually do like that. Very, very nice looking. And yeah, just imagining seeing one of these things in game is going to be absolutely nuts, I think. And from what Beard said, there can be any combination of any of the racks on any of the fur types. So I think that that's going to be pretty awesome, because it means that people's Great Ones are going to be very unique, and that's a really, really cool thing as well. So very, very, very happy to see that. And yeah, I think they've done a really, really good job with it. There was a lot of people that seemed very happy about it, some people that were maybe less so. I'd be really keen to hear what you guys actually think. As always, I love hearing your responses and actually having those discussions with you all, because I think that they've done a really good job. Honestly, I really do. Kind of wish there were maybe 1 or 2 more racks, but I certainly have a couple of favourites amongst them. Like I said, this is probably my least favourite, but the other 3 racks to me are just absolutely amazing. Then Beard kindly spawned us in a normal fallow buck. So we get a comparison between a great One Fallow buck and a common fallow buck, and we also get to take a look at the new, it looks like a reskin and possibly a few slight model changes to a normal fallow deer. Now obviously you can see the great One Fallow deer, much bigger, thicker neck, which is something I was hoping for, so that's really awesome. You can very much see the difference here between the two. And like I said, there's some other changes that have been made to like the fur texture and stuff. If you actually look at the fur, they're fluffier now. They don't have that oily, slick look to them, which is really nice. And the face and the eyes seem to have also been changed slightly and have more detail, similar to what they did with the whitetail, which looks a lot better. Honestly, it looks a lot better. I'd say that it's still not quite perfect, but it's a huge improvement from what we had. And just looking at this fur type, I know exactly what fur type this used to be. It was sort of the darker colour one, and it looks so much nicer with this new reskin. Like I said, fluffier, actually looks like it has hair rather than just being shiny, which is nice. Beard also kindly spawned us in a piebald so that we could see the new piebald fur on this new, like I said, this new texture, which just looks absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, we only got a brief look at it, but it looked amazing, and that was just really, really beautiful. And wow, just wow. I think they've done such a good job. I'm really, really excited about this. I just love the Irish elk antlers on that variety. I think that that's such a cool touch. I really do. To have a great one with Irish elk antlers, I love that. Honestly, it makes the geek side of me happy because, like I said, with what I mentioned earlier, Irish elk and fallow deer, the link between them, it's such a cool thing to me. And to have that, I think, is really, really well done, and I think they did a really good job of that. Now, whilst Beard goes through and shoots all of the different varieties once again so that we can take a look at them, I do now have a full confirmed species list for Emerald Coast. So for the brand new map, this is the full confirmed species list. So we have the species we found out about earlier today. We have the croc, the rooster deer, the hog deer, the banteng, the magpie geese, the grey kangaroo, and the feral goat. Like I said, we knew all of those were coming, the saltwater crocodiles, everything like that we knew about earlier. But then also confirmed in the stream where these great One Fallow deer were just shown off. Also on the new map are going to be red deer, axis deer, red fox, feral pig, and 2 other new species, the sambar deer, which I was pretty confident we saw in one of the pictures earlier. I said that with the picture with the new gun, I said I was pretty confident that those look like sambar deer. It now seems very much like they were because we now have that as a confirmation. And finally, the stubble quail, which is an interesting little choice there, I think, that they made. And it's going to be nice to have another small game species again, I think, just to add a little bit more variety to the small game that can be placed in the lodges. And yeah, stubble quail is actually an interesting one, so I'm actually really happy to see another type of quail in the game. I think that they'll be good fun to hunt as you're moving through the map. And from what Beard said, the way that the map is actually sort of terrained and the way that it goes from one biome into the next, it sounds like it's pretty awesome. So really, really excited to actually eventually get my hands on this and be able to see what the map actually is like. I'm really, really excited. So not only are we getting that awesome new map that we saw the trailer for and the pictures for earlier, but then we're also getting this amazing new great one. And I'm blown away. And I'm really sorry if I've tripped over my words and stuff in this video. I try to come across as, as excited and stuff as I am, so I try not to edit these videos too heavily, so that, you kind of get more of a straight-on reaction. Obviously, I couldn't do a live reaction because I was watching the stream, taking down notes, all of those kind of things. But I try to then come out and record straight away so that I've got all these thoughts still going through my head and all the excitement. And yeah, I'm really, really just I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. Waiting for the stream to start after Beard kind of hinted that we were going to get a Great One reveal. I was darn near shaking. I was so excited. Great Ones and, you know, hunting for these challenging trophies is something I really enjoy doing. And you will have seen that if you saw any of my Great One Moose grind. Even when it's really, really tough, I find that really, really, like a cool thing. So new Great Ones, a new challenging trophy to go after is always great. And when they look this beautiful, I'm just so stoked, and I hope that I can get one. I really, really hope that I will one day be able to bag one of these absolutely incredible fallow deer for my trophy lodge, because, yeah, I'd be happy with any of them. They all look fantastic. I can see myself doing multiple grinds, and yeah, I think they're so fantastic, and I think the community's going to have a lot of fun with them. Fallow deer are a very popular species, both on Te Arawara, and I think they'll probably be a quite popular species on the new map, now that they've got a Great One as well. And Hirschfelden, obviously they're a little bit less hunted on Hirschfelden just because Hirschfelden is less hunted in general, but fallow deer nonetheless are still a very popular species, so I think everyone's going to have a lot of fun with these, and I can't wait to see people start popping Great One fallow deer, because wow, don't they just look incredible? I love this fur type. Just absolutely stunning. But that is basically, I hate to say that's all that was gone through in the stream, but that is basically all of the new information that we got. But wow, what a day, what a day! A new map reveal, loads of new species going to be on that new map, and a new Great One reveal. I'm kind of like overloaded with stuff to be excited about. I just want to get my hands on all of this so badly. I can't wait. I literally can't wait. This is probably the most excited I've been since Rev 1 Thule, because I was so excited for Rev 1 Thule. But, you know, Great One fallow deer, I said that they'd be such an important Great One for me personally, and yeah, they definitely are, because like I said, I have fallow that live around me locally. I see them all the time. And getting to see the fallow deer in this game get some love, get a rework, and get a Great One is awesome. Beard did mention that there, of course, will be a population reset for fallow deer, so, you know, that's expected. Normally when a species gets a Great One, we do end up with a pop reset, so that's very, very normal. But it sounds like there won't be any other population resets by the sounds of it. That's the information that we have at the moment. It does sound like it will just be a population reset for the fallow deer. But that's everything that was gone over in this incredible stream. It was absolutely amazing. I'm going to link the stream down in the description, so if you wish to go and watch it in full and hear all the discussion and everything that did happen live, then feel free to go to that link and go over and watch the stream. But I hope this has been a good recap of everything, of all of the fur types, all the racks, basically all the information that was gone over in the stream, and basically all the good stuff that happened. I'm really, really excited, and like I said, please let me know down in the comments what your favourite fur type is, what your favourite rack is, how do you feel about the Great One fallow deer, how do you feel about the full confirmed species list for the new map, all of that good stuff. I would really love to hear from you all. But that is going to be it for this video, so thank you so much for watching and for all your support as always, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.